Just so that they know it is Vietnamese, there are movie posters for Jacob's Ladder in the window.
The movie with Tim Robbins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like pictures, like inside the restaurant is just tons of pictures of Tim Robbins like screaming and looking frightened.
Oh no.
Like lying on the floor, dying, staring at someone's head while it's wobbling about the place a bit. How's that? Like there's a TV in the corner and it's always playing Jacob's Ladder.
It's not as feel bad as let's say Eraserhead, but it's in the same ballpark. It's in the same genre.
So you're saying we should like for a bit of variety also play Eraserhead on the TV? We can do that. So yeah, we'll play Jacob's Ladder, Eraserhead, a bit of Full Metal Jacket, just the bit where the fat man shotguns the racist drill instructor. Just that bit on a loop over and over and over again. Then it's just like, Full Metal Jacket. And the other guy's like, you stupid fat man! Give me that gun and stop being a stupid idiot about it! Don't shoot me now! Kaboom! And that just loops over and over again in the restaurant, in the Vietnamese restaurant, official. Authentic Vietnamese cuisine cooked by the karate master Jonathan Holmes.
That's really... It's not racist, but it is racially insensitive and potentially...
How is it racially insensitive? You are karate master Jonathan Holmes, right? In the kitchen, and they can see through the window at the kitchen, because people want to look at you while you're cooking. You're wearing a karate gi. Is that what they're called?
Yes.
A karate gi, black belt, so that they know you mean business. One of those hats, like Raiden has in Mortal Kombat.
Uh-huh.
That'll do.
No, those don't match.
And when they take an order, you say, watch me use karate to cook. And you get the carrots and you start chopping at them with your hand, doing karate chops.
Ouch.
On them. And you put those, because they're using your karate skills, which obviously you've got a PhD in karate, you finely chop the carrots with your hands using deft karate chops. You're not even touching the carrot, I don't think. It's just like the pointed gusts of air are so precise you're cutting through. And this is what you're telling everyone. You're just saying, watch me do karate and cook a food. I am using air from my hand flaps to cut this carrot into fucking slices.
I don't have that kind of power.
And
people can't do that.
It's all sleight of hand. Karate's no different from any other kind of magic trick. David Blaine does karate all the time, but he doesn't know how to do it. It's just tricks of the eye. So you just chop. If you chop at that carrot believingly enough, they will think it's been finely sliced.
Well,
even if you're dumping a whole carrot.
Well, why don't we just put a razor blade along the bottom of Holmes's hand?
I like what you're thinking. How about we get some duct tape, right? And duct tape 2 big kitchen knives to the inside palm of your hands, so that when you're just chopping down, like that, you're just chopping all the onions and carrots. And what me and Conrad can do is get onions and throw them really hard at you like baseballs, and you just slice them in the air going, here, Vietnam, here, and cut the onions up. We're really aiming them at your face. And you do that thing, you say, in ancient Vietnam Minor, ancient Japanese karate masters like me would catch bullets in the air. Fortunately, the days of guns are long since past with the era of the shogun and the samurai. But I can still catch an onion and do a chopping of it. Watch as Conrad-san and Jim-san throw onions at my stupid face. And I will put my hand in front of my face, and the onion will be cleft in twain, and each slice of the onion will fly past my head and land in the 2 the 2 woks behind me. They are just frying pans, but we're calling them woks to make it sound authentic. People don't know the difference. And at that point, you close your eyes and go, ha! Karate! Vietnam! Kim Jong-il! And you raise...
Oh!
And me and Conrad take turns to we're really whipping our wrists as we throw them. Just whipping onions at your face. And you're going, ha-ha! Ha-ha! Karate! Karate! South Korea! Like that.
They'd be offended.
They wouldn't! How would they be offended when you are dazzling them with an array of deft hand moves and karate chops? Here's what, you've got kitchen knives duct taped to your hands, right? You're raising them in the air above your face as we're lobbing onions at you, and you are using the skills of karate, judo chopping the onions so that they fly off in half and just whiz past your ears into the two frying woks behind you.
So, when you lump all Asian cultures together into one culture and just use them interchangeably, it speaks to the fact
I am just talking about Vietnam.
Karate, a Raiden hat.
Whoa, are you saying Vietnamese people can't do karate?
Karate is a Japanese practice.
So only Japanese people can use it?
No, it's just this.
Is that what I'm detecting a bit of a prejudiced tone from you, Jonathan Holmes.
You are? What do you mean?
Well, you're telling me that Vietnamese people can't do karate, they can't wear Raiden hats?
I'm not saying they can, I'm saying to lump those all into the same Vietnamese culture soup, if you will, is sort of. Potentially, it's not racist.
It's not racist.
It is potentially.
If anything, this shows deference to Vietnamese culture. Your culture, the culture of your people, Jonathan.
I'm not Vietnamese either.
Don't go fucking saying it. That's half our marketing budget is going into telling people that you're Vietnamese.
They'll never believe it because...
Well, I focus tested all this information in Mississippi, where I am, and they didn't cotton on to anything. They didn't pick it up. I said, look at this picture of my friend Jonathan Holmes. He's from Vietnam. And most of the people around here in Mississippi said, well, he should fuck off back to Vietnam. So they believe it.
That is a new one. I've been mistaken to have many different racial backgrounds, but Vietnamese never happened. No!
It's believable. It's believable, so long as you keep saying karate.
I will tell you a brief aside.
Don't.
Oh, come on. You'll like this. It's very validating.
Alright, well, I'm not done with the...
I know you're not. I never thought you would be. A woman, she was a psychiatric patient. She was there for months, so we got to know each other pretty well. I got to know her more than she got to know me, because I don't talk about myself at work, but still, we got a sense of each other's characters. And she was sure my name was Schnook. And that I had been her landlord, who was from Cambodia. She spoke Khmer. She was from Cambodia. She was like, "Hey, Schnook," and I'm like, "Hi, name's not Schnook." She's like, "Ah, I know you, Schnook." And long story short, she thought I was Cambodian. So maybe you're onto something.
Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
So anyway, you get the tortillas.
What?
And you're scooping all the ground beef and the onions that you've made yourself using your karate knife hands.
Ground beef?
You're making a tasty Vietnamese quesadilla.
That's not a thing.
And while that's flash frying, me and Conrad run at you with our fingers, like we've put our fists to the side of our heads and pointed our index fingers up so they look like horns, and we start rubbing our feet on the ground. And you, Jonathan, get a red blanket and start going, "Olé, olé, Vietnamese bullfighting," while we run at you, going, "Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na."
This is all behind the scenes of the kitchen?
This is all in the kitchen, but there's a big window so that the people can watch their food. It's kind of blending in Vietnamese hibachi, so they can see the food being cooked, but it's not quite hibachi because they're not all sat around a table watching. This is a takeout place. They're looking through a window at the kitchen. And you're there waving this big red blanket around their open flames while we're cooking. It's going to be great. You look at the audience, because that's what they are at this point. They're an audience. They're customers waiting for food, and they're an audience, captive audience. And you shout at them. You shout, "Hey! Who's fucking seen Big Trouble in Little China?" And, some of them might say yes.
Why am I swearing? Why would I do that?
And you say, "Look what I can do." And then we've got some, Vietnamese spaghetti being cooked up in a boiling pot of water. And that's when you pull the taser out of your pocket and say, I have electric powers like Big Trouble in Little China. And you shoot the taser into the boiling pot of pasta.
How do I do that? What?
You just get a taser. You know what a taser is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Aim that into the boiling water and press it. And then, if my calculations are correct, a stunning electric light show will appear.
I will get hurt, probably. Again.
Not really, because of your skills.
What skill is that?
Big Trouble in Little China. It's a classic of Vietnamese cinema.
It has, I think, a Vietnamese actor in it.
There you go!
That's one.
Yeah, this is a strong move.
Because...
Huh? Jonathan Holmes' Lucky Dragon is going to take right off.
People, you're sadly right.
Right, check out the menu, right?
Mm.
Authentic Vietnamese quesadilla. Right? Noodles.
How's that spelled?
With a lot of O's. We won't tell them it's ramen. American-style Vietnamese hammed burger.
Hamburger?
Hammed burger.
Hammed burger.
Paschetti with meatball.
No.
Oh, sorry. Vietnamese paschetti with Vietnamese meatball. Vietnam meatball. That's another meal on its own. Vietnam meatballs.
Sounds...
It's meatballs served on a copy of Apocalypse Now. Just on the disc. And the idea is you're supposed to pick the disc up and push the meatballs through the little hole in the middle of the DVD disc. And just push it so it comes out like a meaty worm into your mouth. And you say, I am Vietnamese, while you eat it. Really loudly. While walking through Chinatown.
It could... You could try to sell it as a fusion.
Vietnamese French bread. Full of guacamole. And sushi.
It could be fusion taste. It could be a hot, trendy new...
Fusion taste?
We're the next level.
Fusion taste.
It could
this isn't Dragon Ball Z. That's Japanese, you fucking racist.
I'm not saying it's like a Super Saiyan fusion. I'm saying that you can combine different foods together. Like jazz fusion. It's like that, except for spaghetti and tacos. And whatever you say.
Action figures of Goku covered in meat sauce. Lick it off, free toy. Vietnamese style. Flash fried fish full of licorice.
What? Gross. That's just gross.
It's not.
Gross. It was.
How is that gross? Do you like fish?
Sometimes.
Do you like Bassett's brand licorice? All sorts. We're trying to get sponsorship for that.
Bassett's brand? No, I don't like licorice. I don't.
You monster. Licorice on its own isn't that good. Unless it's strawberry licorice.
That like Twizzler?
Like strawberry bootlaces.
Oh.